Alright, so, hello everyone, welcome back to Board Gamer. This week I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to look at a mod for Dark Souls 3 that I've been quite absorbed by lately, as it's really reinvigorated this game for me. I was getting a bit sick of it, to be honest. I just wanted to show you the first few areas and some of the changes made, have a little look at it. I'm sure some of you already know about it, but, this is... it's what I want to do today, so it's what I'm going to do today. Alright, so I'm going to do new game, because I want to show you some of the changes made to the character creating system. Probably just skip this, can't we? So obviously, yeah, so this time the default class is deprived. Then you go so you've got your standard classes, you've got like Knight, but then you go like Sentinel even. Got your Zweihander there, that's quite cool. Mercenary, that was one of the base classes, wasn't it? Wayfarer. That's quite cool. You get your Alva Armor. Samurai. Let's have a look at Samurai. Give it a sec. There you go. So you get the idea. There's a bunch of new stuff, and really, I quite like a lot of these because it's quite cool. Soldier, yeah. So you get a claymore and a wooden shield. Yeah. Oh, and a crossbow. That's pretty dope. You've got your acolytes, someone who seeks the power of dragons, You get your dragonstone stuff, so you could be a dragon from the get-go. Herald, we already knew about you. Captain's quite cool, because you get the cool old traditional Dark Souls knight armour and a halberd. Peasant, does what it says on the tin. Oh, Explorer. Explorer's quite cool, I like that one. I like the armour, I like the shield. Don't really care for the whip, but, don't have to do that. Brawler, you get the Abyss Watcher's armour, it's pretty cool. Hunter, because bow builds are actually viable thanks to this mod, so, no, it's quite a cool one. Sorcerer, that one doesn't really look like it's changed too much. Then you've got Pyromancer, again, he looks pretty basic. Cleric, we know him. Priest, so you get Lightning Arrow, and you get... So some of the stuff that gets brought in from the DLC, which I don't really mind, I think that's fine. Heretic, that's quite amusing, isn't it? Look, his legs don't match up. Outcast doesn't really heretical pyromancer, so you get dark pyromancer. He's a skeptic, so you get the evangelist stuff and a morning star. I like the morning star, just not the set. You got your paladin. Again, I like the sword. Well, I like the armor. I don't really like the sword actually. It's too slow. Jester. Again, that time I like the sword and the look. It's quite funny looking. And a cursed, where you just don't have anything to start with. Be honest, I want to go with one of these. I want to go samurai. I've never done a samurai before. Male, we're just going to call him. Oh, Mr. Tim. I'll call him Mr. Tim. That'll do the job. It didn't really register that one. Okay, Mr. Tim. There we go. So. Young Samurai, Burial Gift, you get some extra stuff, Coiled Sword Fragment, that's quite cool. Young White Branch, you also get a bunch of Crystal Fragments, and you get these notes that let you start in different areas of the game rather than the base area, but we're not going to use those yet. I think I'm going to stick with a Coiled Sword Fragment, that's what I usually go for in this. Not really worried about... Well, I do kind of want to show appearance, actually, because... There's a couple of extra like hair pieces you can put on, which for me matter because I'm a nerd like that. Where is it? Hair. See, oh, wrong thing. See, for example, you get you get the Firekeeper's hair. You get this cool Lord Gwyn looking hair. Sort of samurai sort of hair. I'm guessing this is from Shadows Die Twice. You know what? That suits the guy. I'm gonna add that. But, you get a bunch of extra stuff. Cosmetics, no, tattoos. I think you get a new tattoo? I don't know, actually. I can't be sure if that's new. Doesn't really matter. Just gonna... I'm happy with him, so I'm going to finalise that. Gonna start the game. So, a lot of things have been shifted around for this mod to work. I like most of them. Some of them irritate me. You'll see them in a minute. Oh, loading screen. So, as some of you probably already know about this mod, some of you might have even tried the mod. It's quite fun. Oh, there we go. But, it definitely added some more life to this game, which it desperately needed for me. And it's got some other neat little things, like being able to upgrade shields so that they're the physical damage they absorb is actually higher when you do that, and your mana bar regenerates on its own these days. I'm not going to waste time watching that. I've watched it more times than I care to mention. So yeah, so looks the same from the outset. You got this guy here. I'm gonna just gonna stab him in the bum. Well, I say stab him in the bum. First of all, one of the big changes I've noticed from the outset is that Mr. Swordmaster Esquire is over here now. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, I'm fat rolling. He also doesn't take anywhere near as long to kill. Covenant of the Champions. Okay. Just going to take that off because it's weighing me down. Put the mask on. Do I have any rings? No, of course not. That's right. Pledge once increases strength and toughness of enemies by 30%, boosts soul absorption by... So yeah, the Covenants have changed as well. Because this mod understands it probably has to be played offline, because some of its gear is quite game-breaking. There's a hammer that basically explodes when you hit things with it. You know, so I can see why they probably don't want that to be mixed with the regular game, or it might just be a code matter. I don't think you actually pick up anything up from him. I think that just stays there, because, as I say, your mana regenerates on its own now, which is quite good. It does make mage builds a lot more viable, I find. Like, for me, Dark Souls 3 was pretty bad for its mage builds. Like, you know, I had to really parcel out my FP, and it was a mess. I prefer the original way, where you just get a set number of spell slots. But that's just me. Oh yeah, if we go this way, there's some extra bits this way now. Stabby stab. Obviously they haven't changed. They don't change everything, because that would be too much. So this is my version of Sekiro. Yeah, so oh no, I thought they put a second lizard beast here. They didn't. I was wrong. Doesn't matter. I'm happy enough to go after this guy. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Well, that's tail there. It's the same as someone sliced it with a katana. Of course, I wouldn't really think of, you know, unleashing a katana against a thing made of crystals. But, you know, this is a video game. Who cares about reality? Large size. Okay. So, to talk about some of the other changes that'll be apparent when we get to them. The first boss, Udix Gundyr, has had a bit of a reworking done to him. It's one of the few things about this mod I'm not okay with. Like, this is something I'm okay with, being able to run at, you know, average speed through water. Because, you know, I can defeat dragons and... Oh! Some things aren't loading in properly. It does that sometimes. At least it does on my computer. I did lower the graphical settings originally. I don't know if it's reinstated them. But even on lower graphical settings, it looks pretty impressive. Until it, like, jumps around like that. Don't know why it's doing that. I think it might be the hair I chose. Light the bonfire. Now, one of the other things I noticed is that when you rest at the bonfire, you can level up from the bonfires like you could in the first game, which I appreciate. Reinforce, infuse your weapons, again, appreciate it. You can purchase some items like life gems, which have returned from Dark Souls 2 in the mod, which I really appreciate because I found them really helpful in Dark Souls 2. I know that's an entry in the series that makes a lot of people moo, but, you know, it works for me, and I'm happy. I know you can travel from the get-go. You can go straight to High Wall of Lothric or Foothill, go to Firelick Shrine if you really like. I want to at least have one whack at the boss, let him kick my ass at least once before, you know, before we go forward. Hey buddy, have a sword up the ass. There you go. Oh, what's he dropped? Anything good? Fading Soul, you know, it's all of 50 souls for me. I never make that jump, I always miscalculate it. I'll go back and get it later, it's nothing important. Oh, that's right, he's moved to there now. Little bugger. Don't troll. Now, this Gundyr, you're going to see why I don't like him. Like, see, first of all, he's already got a fog gate outside him. to indicate the boss is just going to come straight at you. And look at that, so he immediately transformed into his irritating mode. What's annoying is, if he hits you with that fire that you see carefully shooting from him. Oh god, is it being so, like, it's running so poorly at the moment? I think my computer's running really poorly at the moment. Might need an update. I'm actually, oh, aside from that hit, I was actually doing quite well at avoiding most of his attacks though, despite everything. Parry back from where I'm going for an attack, but I don't. Ow. Ow. But, you know, see, he's impressive enough. I don't think he needed the curse thing surrounding him for the whole bloody fight. But that's apparently what they chose to do. Oh, I've actually staggered him. Oh, look at that, I actually kicked his ass. That's the first time I've done this in one go, so I'm quite impressed with that. That's good, that means I can proceed in the sequence that's you know, meant to happen. Now obviously again I'm playing this offline because I'll probably get myself banned for playing with mods, and it's not even that stable on my computer. I don't want to be bringing that upon someone else. I'm not an arsehole. It doesn't particularly bother me because I've never been that into Dark Souls Online. I like the co-op, but I don't really care for any other aspect of it. The invading is just not something I'm interested in. We didn't get many souls for Gundyr, did we? Considering the it doesn't really matter too much. He's an obstacle, but so these guys are still here. Like I say, not everything has changed. Oh, no, I just got him. Jesus Christ, computer, what is wrong with you? I'll probably cut this bit out where I'm messing with the settings because, like, you don't need to see that. Try and figure out what's causing the problem. I don't know what that means, but we'll see. I don't know what SSAO quality is, shader quality. Low, come on. I might just set that to low as well, that way it gives it the best chance to run without killing itself. I'm a little bit iffy on doing stuff on my computer at the moment because last time we did Spell Break and it made a really ugly grinding noise the second it had to animate anything difficult. So I'm kind of worried that maybe there's just not enough space on my computer for it to run everything. I might have to go back and just clear off some stuff. I mean, I've got a ton of Overwatch videos saved on here, you know, of me being basically competent at the game, which I don't need to keep. I could just delete all of those and probably give it more processing power. At least I think that's how. I don't know how to do computers, to be honest. I use them a lot, I just don't. I don't understand them. There's something else that's here now. You can go straight in here, and there's already a Black Knight in here. So you know you can get some good souls and some decent equipment early. I was certain that was going to kill me then. Yeah, I shouldn't try to parry these guys because I can never do it. I got decent enough at parrying on Dark Souls 1, but it's kind of a lot slower, so it's a lot easier for me to do. I shouldn't be standing here pretending I'm an expert. Ow. Oh, he got me. I mean, we saw that coming, didn't we? We saw that coming. My samurai has died. Sorry, Mr. Tim. Screw you, Black Knight. Oh yeah, so you've also got extra weapons added to the game that were already in the game's base file. It's kind of weird that a lot of them didn't make it. Is it because I'm recording it, maybe? Is that why it's being... Because I've recorded it before and it was alright. Who knows? Not I. Who cares? I kind of do. Kind of bothers me. Kind of bothers me. Come on. I just want to get to the high wall and show off that bit. Like, oh, I lost my souls, didn't I? God damn it. I might skip this as well. I might cut this bit where I'm just going to get my souls back because it's not that interesting. I'm also just going to run away from the Black Knight. He bravely ran away, away. And danger is its ugly head. He bravely turned his tail and fled. I'm being chased, hang on. Yeah, I can hear him. Oh, god damn it. So let's get in here. Grab the souls I dropped. Yeah, I'm just gonna run away from you. Run away! Run away. I'm pretty sure he can't enter Firelink's Shrine. I don't know if I will cut this actually, we'll see. I'm definitely going to cut this bit where everything gets loaded in properly. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. It's taking its sweet time to load everything in. Okay, so we're in Firelink's Shrine now. It just had to spend a while loading everything in. It's obviously struggling. There's our Firekeeper, who's been kind of rendered a little bit pointless because I could level up at the bonfire, and I will do that because screw coming back here to do that all the time. There's extra NPCs lying around who don't really talk to you. You just do things like reinforced focusing crystal. Yeah, no, I don't know what that is, but yeah, no. She's the same. You got this skeleton here who you can test out your attacks on. And you can kill him. It's entirely possible to kill him. About, like, I think 30% health, he becomes aggressive and actually attacks you. But I think he heals if you leave him alone for long enough. Of course, there's Andre. We like Andre, who's just casually left us a titanite slab and an ember here. You know.
Well, I am not as humble.
They don't say anything different. There's no point in me learning. Alright, so you can learn a gesture from him, and a shield infusion. See, because this is quite cool. You can give your shield special abilities. Usually I go for greed because soul absorption is quite useful, but you know it's pretty good all around actually. Let's say I reinforce a weapon. I haven't got enough to reinforce. Oh yeah, so you can now purchase stuff from him. You can't purchase upgrade material though. Okay, guess I've got to go earn some upgrade material because I wanted to reinforce this crappy little shield of mine. Does the job, but only just. You've also got a dude here. He's quite cool. He sells you tomes, which you can use to resurrect fallen bosses, which is quite cool. I don't know what the champions of yore are. I think just anyone you kill in Firelink's Shrine. Okay, that's pretty cool. Light the bonfire. Hopefully this doesn't crash while I'm doing this. If it did, I'd be kind of bummed. So yeah, High Wall of Lothric. Just got to show off a little bit more of what's been changed, you know. The High Wall of Lothric is where a lot of it is on display. Bladeless Axe. Weapon born from the remains of a Vanguard Demon. That's kind of cool looking. I assume that's a Demon's Souls weapon. I can't be sure. I didn't encounter it in my playtime with Demon's Souls, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Happens a lot. Engraved deck. That looks pretty cool. There's a lot of really cool stuff that's been added to this thanks to the mod. It's usually more stable than what I'm showing you. My computer is not the spring chicken it wants to be. Frail Harp. That's also kind of cool. It's not my sort of weapon, but you know. Next time I'm definitely doing something on the PlayStation. I bought a few games actually. I need to focus on those. Otherwise I'm just wasting money. Oh my god, this takes quite a while now, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure most of this has been spent in loading screen. Oh my god. Boost physical. Yeah, see, I found a couple of those. I just sort of threw them away because I didn't trust anything from Londor. I've played through this all the way to the end with one character, and that was quite fun. She, you know, she was pretty good. So yeah, instead of starting the original place, we now start here, where you'd fight that first pus of man, or whatever you call them. I mean, I know they're called pus of men, not everyone calls them that. Some people call them bastards. Other people call them fuck you. Oh, hello doggy. Thank God for that. The luckiness. Hello random dude. Sometimes you hear your shield do that. I'm not entirely sure what it means. It means something. I just never figured it out. Like maybe it would tell me in the, you know, in the database. I think it's got like a sort of README file. I can't be certain. I do know that there is a there are unique NPC invasions here as well, which is quite cool. And that means I want to be embered so that I can actually experience them and show them off to you. So obviously this is where you traditionally start. You've got Lothric Knight here just doing his thing. You've also might have noticed I just took damage there without staggering immediately. So poise actually seems to have an effect in this game. Which is bad for me as well, because these guys don't seem to take much from it. Take much stagger from me, which I usually use to break them out of their guard. Lethal gem. They've also changed some of the upgrade materials. Let's just use that. Nom 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 nom. See, Huntmaster Ava intrudes. See, you've got. It's quite cool when because you've got all these extra people, and bow builds are so much more viable in this thing. I know because for a lot of my first play on this, my character, she kind of just used a bow because it worked. Like you could do a little when you do your dodge rolls, you could just fire a bow straight afterwards, and that really made a difference. She got that some sort of cool looking sword. They don't get you don't get a lot from them, but still you get stuff. What's this? Human dregs. Oh yeah, I was saying earlier that the Covenant system has changed, and I should probably go into some more detail with that. So, because you can't do online with this without, screwing yourself and other people over, your Covenant system had to adapt. So, when you equip a Covenant now, you'll pick up items relevant to that Covenant when you just kill standard enemies every so often, and you can trade those into the Covenants for the items. You can also just choose what rewards you want from them, which is quite cool. So I don't have to get an arbitrary amount and get something I don't want first. I really should drink Estus now because I'm getting my ass kicked. Standard bolt. Oh, there's this dickhead. Shut up. Luckily that's enough to keep him quiet. There's an item up there. I think I've missed a few items. There's nothing majorly interesting. There's a set of Deserter armour back where Ava invades you. Obviously that's not a very good set, so no point really worrying about it. I do love a katana. I should have been using this sword for a lot longer. Because it really does a lot. It's because it does the bleeding thing as well, doesn't it? Oh god, that knocked me out of it. Titanite. Firebomb. You can carry a lot more firebombs on your person now as well. You can carry a lot more of everything on your person now, which is quite good. So you can do an item build if you really want to. I might even try one at one point because it sounds quite fun, just running around lobbing grenades everywhere. Be a dark fantasy demolition man. Oh god, I forgot they put in there. I really wish I picked up some life gems now, actually. That would have been really handy. I haven't accidentally picked up any, have I? I have, there you go. Use a life gem, get some health back. I know it doesn't do much, but it helps. It does help. Because I want to get to the next... I just want to get to the bonfire, really. I want to show off some more of this, get to the bonfire and be done. Ow. Always forget that damage issue. Radiant life gem, that's alright then. die if I don't play it safe. Repair powder, quite handy. I've noticed the weapons decay a bit faster. At least I think they do. It's entirely possible I just never really paid attention in the past. So, the next bonfire I want us to get to has been moved, just like the first one, which, you know, I appreciate. It's a bit harder to get to, sure, but it does kind of make getting to it actually mean something. I really need a bonfire because I'm running low on life. Ow. Take that, you bitch. He might have dropped something, I don't know. I'm just going to leg it over here. Obviously Mr. Wyvern comes down here and does his dragon thing. And there we go, see? They moved the bonfire into this room, which is kind of evil really, if you think about it. Because some people don't even know to come up here, because the dragon lands and they're like, oh shit, I've got to get away from that dragon. Oh, look, we've got Slayer of Astora here, where you can form a covenant with him, get Warriors of Sunlight. Then, as I say, you can give your offerings to him, so you can get his stuff without having to farm the Mendicant staff for the several hundred years it takes. And you can also summon a NPC Slayer to your world to help you in the map, help you in fights. You don't even need the boss to be alive in the area to do that, which I quite like. But that's a mimic down there, I just remembered that. That's also a mimic up here. There's two mimics in this room, and we can both eat it. That's why I get kicked by him, because he does a lot more damage than I think is reasonable for a mimic to do. Now, drop your goodies for me, good old chesty boy. So you get a Fangor helmet. You remember the Fangors from Dark Souls 1, those irritating giant pigs that need to fuck off. Like, the first one in the Undead Parish is fine, but the second one, like, doesn't really have a weak spot that I can exploit, so I can't even bum stab him. You know, I'm sure the pig is happy for that, but I'm not. Because bum stabbing is most of my game. See, and he drops a blue blood sword, which I don't recognise from Dark Souls at all, but, you know, it's that. Restores 5 FP on a hit, crystal shower. Yeah, so some quite cool stuff going on here. Like, I really should have rested at that bonfire. I don't know why I don't just do that now. Rest at the bonfire. It's going to be a long video. 40 minutes at least, I'm thinking. I'm not going to go any further than the high wall, because this is already taking too much time. And I've got stuff I should be doing. Hello, random Lothric Knight. I'm going to try and bum stab you. Yeah, see, somehow that's a bad stab, but it works. As harsh as Dark Souls is, it can be surprisingly lenient in certain areas. It's happy to, for me, Dark Souls 3 has been happy to register a butt stab anything in the same general postcode as the buttocks. Deserter helm, it's a different kind of deserter helm. Looks kind of cool, but don't really want to wear it. I've got my samurai dude going here. I think I've got a dude here as well. And above us, they've been rather cruel. Whoever made this mod is clearly forming a sinister alliance with the most evil people on the planet, which I think is the EA marketing board. But we're going to go give it a try. We're going to give it a try now, you know. See, they've put the Boreal Knight, a Boreal Knight, as in, I don't think there was one in this tradition, was there? One hit. Dodge him. I've learned it's better to dodge this guy than block any of his attacks. Frostbite. Can you beat this guy? I'm pretty sure you can't. I don't know if he's got blood. Does he have blood? There we are. Again, that's actually the first time I've actually been able to kill him on the first try. So I must be getting better at this. Even on the console, I still struggle to kill these guys in the first encounter with each of them. Even my main gal, who's like level 300 odd, struggles. Although she does focus more on blocking than dodging. I didn't spend all that time getting Yorm's Great Shield to not be able to do that. I like Yorm's Great Shield, I think it looks cool. They've also put a bunch of extra assassins here just to irritate me, I think. As I say, some bits of this do bug me, like the extra enemies can be fun, but it does mean it draws things out. I should level up, really, shouldn't I? I'm just going at this with starting stats. But I am a samurai. So that's okay then. Kill that guy. Oh god, it's really starting. Like, ow, 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 ow. Don't do that, don't do that. I'm probably going to die here because I can't really see what I'm doing properly. Like I said, I didn't have these problems last time. It's probably because I'm recording it this time. It's now decided to be a dick about it. But there are an awful lot of loose physics objects in this room, which, I say physics objects. That's quite cool. That water there that's clearly taken from Bloodborne heals your FP and your health. I should have equipped throwing knives, really, shouldn't I? That'd be a good idea. That's the wrong... Hold on, Mr. Hollow. Yeah, I said hold on. Okay. There we go. It's dead. Throwing knives makes sense to me. Oh, it's so... Like, I don't mind a low frame rate, don't get me wrong, but it's the... If I could find a way to reduce the frame rate, I probably would. Because I can deal with 30 FPS. I know some people playing on that is like the equivalent of trying to breathe in concrete. But I'm not one of those hardcore elitists, as you can probably tell. I'm quite happy to just play a game that I can play. This is quite upsetting. Though, all the jumping. Let's see, I don't mind the extra placement of Lothric Knights, because I did think there weren't many of them originally. Which seemed weird to me, but that's just me. I did think a place called Lothric, that fire seed I just picked up, you use that to, you know, work as a Chaos Servant Covenant, which you can build what a Pyromancer do, or you could use it to upgrade your Pyromancy Fist. Balder Straight Sword, I quite like that one. Good replacement for a long sword. There's going to be one of those monster dickheads here again, so I'm just going to try and kill him before he transforms. I don't want to deal with him. Okay, so successful. Dark Gem, that's pretty... I don't know if that's what you usually get. Because I started playing this a lot more than playing the base game, I kind of forgot where some of the original stuff comes into things. Twinkling Titanite. Never not welcome. So they put an archer up there now. Luckily though, I can actually target him from this distance, so if I say, you know, it's not completely unfair. And throwing knives are now more effective than just sort of gently farting at someone. That would help if I could make that hit. Oh god, I forgot about that dude. I like this dude. So many dudes. I'm usually okay with extra dudes, don't get me wrong, but... I'm not too worried about losing these souls though, to be honest. I've got no real interest in it. Most of the stuff that way is kind of the same actually. There's one or two items I think they've changed, but nothing really worth looking at. I just want to get us... Throwing. This guy's just staying there, he doesn't seem to care that I'm here. He's probably got his own stuff going on. Put out your misery, buddy. Oh god. That wasn't my intention. That really wasn't my intention. I'm gonna skip the bit where I go back to try and get all my souls and shit, because that's gonna take too long. And we're back. Okay. Sorry for that. I had to get my souls back. I didn't think you want to steal that stuff a second time. You know, don't blame you. I just killed the big dude down there. He doesn't drop anything new. For what it's worth. Oh, I forgot. Some of those crystal lizards like to hide and explode. Now, I'm mostly here because I want to show off another NPC. Oh, it's frozen. It's frozen, guys. Oh, it's okay. It lives. It lives. Actually, the invader down this way is a lot more interesting. I think we're going to go for him instead. Now, they've thrown in a lot more enemies here as well, so starting areas are still quite difficult. Which I appreciate. I like, you know. I like having some challenge. That's why I play Dark Souls. This guy looks a bit burnt, actually, doesn't he? as I say, the throwing knives are a lot more effective than they've ever been in my experience playing the game. I really should be strafing this one, because his shield's on the other hand. I always forget that. Oh god, his buddy's here. He's not happy I killed his mate. I mean, don't know why. More glory for you, buddy. I'm already down to my last Estus, which isn't good. Just got to get behind him and do a butt stab and everything's alright, you know. Oh god, I forgot about those guys. Right. Well, that was fun. Damn, man. I'm taking so much damage these days. A medium amount of health. I don't know what a medium amount means. Yes, they haven't changed the animation on that. It doesn't really bother me. It does feel a bit lazy, but this is modders, so it's not like I'm reviewing a proper game. I'm reviewing the works that people have done to a game. And mostly, it's quite solid stuff. How do you miss that, you stupid git? Have a knife. Have a sword. I hate these guys. I definitely spend more time trying to kill these dudes with the shields than most of them. Usually because I forget you can do that. I run at them, I start beating at them, and I forget that I can just kick the shield out of the way. That's Emma right there, isn't it? Oh yeah. Oh, you don't even need to be Ember, I remember now. I wanted to Ember, so I've actually got some health, so I've got any sort of chance against him. And he will reappear throughout the course of the game, which, you know, as the Pursuer does. Obviously, if you've played Dark Souls 2, you'll remember this frustrating bugger. Come on, give me an opening. Like that. And each time he invades, you can get a piece of his armour for killing him. The downside is, he hits like a runaway train, and I don't want to be hit by him. Oh, that was mean. Don't see me kicking you. Ow. Punish him with knives. I do like being able to stay at a range for a lot of this game. Ah, there we go, just got him. And when you beat him, boom, on fire. Which is really handy. There are some other bits that have changed, but, you know, this was a good way to sort of display the ones that I'm most fond of. Like the ones that the best changes are quite early. You kind of see less the further you go in. I guess because the game's already quite, you know, advanced from that point on. So I probably should spend this soul before I lose them again. I'm just wailing on these guys. I'm not paying attention to my stamina in the slightest. I'm wondering why I'm taking so much damage. No, I only just got him. So yeah, I've decided I will have a run at Vort in this state, because why not? What should I do? A bit of health is always handy. I've got a lot of souls to spend. Let's do some endurance. Let's try to even those out. And you know what? I'll save the rest. Oh no, I don't have to save the rest because I can buy stuff here. You know, yeah, buy some of these because there's a nice little addition, and I'll just fill up the rest of my bag with this. You can carry 99 on your person now, which is quite good if you want to build a sort of a thievy, sort of sneaky, killy character. You know, sort of like an assassin, I guess. Just going to go around these guys. I want to kill the guy up here. So they've moved the blue knight over to here now, which is fair enough, you know. I think he's still guarding the thing he was originally guarding. That the original red one was guarding, I mean. I can't be sure. It's been a while. Oh, he is. One of my favourite weapons. Oh, I should have kicked you, daft git. There we go, just got him. See, he drops his sword and shield now, which I quite appreciate. Let me have a look at his shield I've currently got, because it seems to be quite good. Like, Yeah, it's got 100 physical block for its size. That's great. I don't have to upgrade it then. I only usually swap a shield if it hasn't got 100% physical block. But no, I don't have to. There's some extra enemies here, which is cool. I'd say cool, it's quite upsetting. Because there's one of those dudes who buffs them. Oh no. Mr. Tim, you have fallen again. I do genuinely like this mod, though. But yeah, there's all sorts of extra stuff. Like, you can even form a covenant with Hawkwood and get, like, the dragon stuff from him. Which makes sense to me. It's a pretty cool little feature. You trade the medals and stuff in to them. Yeah, just... The only downside of this shield is it's not a parry shield, so I can't really attempt it. Ow. The downside to not staggering is I don't always register when I've been hit, so luckily I'm not too worried about my last 6 souls or whatever it was, probably a few more, but oh man. I might just sprint to Vort from here. The only other major changes to this area are the number of enemies and some extra placements, but nothing major. There is another invader I could show you. He's basically just a Lothric knight with a greatsword. A dude dressed as a Lothric knight with a greatsword, I mean. But, you know, to be honest, I don't really think we need to see Vort, but I just want to have a go at him, because I like him. He's a cool boss. You know, I know he's a bit basic, but I've always liked Vort. I like his hammer, I like his design, his soundtrack. You know, I usually pick Dark Souls bosses' favourites by soundtrack alone. That's a lie, I don't do that, because I like the Deacon's soundtrack and their boss fight is terrible. I've never been fond of mob bosses. Especially when it's just me playing, because I usually play these games solo. Because I've got no real interest in humanity beyond, you know, buying stuff from them and letting them drive me to places on the bus, you know. I'll put up with their existence. One thing I used to do on Dark Souls 3 on the PlayStation was just go online just to help people out. I still do that sometimes. Not as much as I used to, though. I've sort of gone off just booting up the game and wasting an hour helping people out, partly because my gal is quite a high level and I think it's actually starting to affect her ability to connect to other people's worlds. Which is fine. Bugs me a little bit. Oh, there I am, Mr. Wolfie's son. I don't know what the Sekiro guy's name is. I thought his name was Sekiro. It might be, I could be wrong. Doesn't really bother me particularly. Yeah, let's just skip that. We've already seen. We all know what Vort of the Boreal Valley's entrance looks like. See, that's taking off decent chunks of his health. Even again with him, I'm not going to try and block all his attacks because they're a bit too big for my wimpy little shield. You see how the Cinders mod is really already helping me quite a lot. I've got a decent suit of armour for starters, outside of a nightclub. I've got a cool dex scaling weapon. I've got a cool hairstyle, which I like. You might not say that matters, but cosmetics matter. Cosmetics do matter, because if you like the look of your character, you can engage with them more. I'm just going to punish him with this, because... That's going to hit me. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just gone in and attacked him like I always did. But you know, you get the gist. There's a lot of neat changes. Like I say, I'm not going to go over all of them today. I just want to give you a little taste, you know. So that's Dark Souls 3 Cinders. A lot of new enemies, a lot of new equipment, some new starting classes. Like I say, you've got the... I've already got a bunch of new ones, like the Boulder Side Sword, like from the first game, which is like nice and hard. Good. So it's basically just a reskinned longsword, but it looks quite cool. And it's got that. It's got the rapier sort of style weapon skill, which I love. It's an awesome weapon skill. I think there's one more thing I should show you. If I kick with this, see, I do a cool little roundhouse. Oh, that wasn't a kick. Kick. I can still roll with it as well. But yeah, so there's all sorts of neat little changes that really reinvigorate my love of the game. If you've got a PC that can run it, I definitely recommend you check it out. I downloaded this from Nexus. You know, pretty good stuff, and it didn't immediately say your computer has AIDS, so I think they're pretty good. But yeah, so Dark Souls 3 Cinders mod. I highly recommend you try it if you're a Souls fan like myself. You know, I'm just going to kill this guy, and I'm going to stop, okay? I feel like this guy wants to die. He's giving me it. Okay, cool. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to focus on a PlayStation title next time, just for the sake of some stability. Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you next time.